This is the ALI 1 month overview reading for February 2023. It's currently January 9th, 2023, 2:18 a.m. Eastern Time. And at the time of this reading, ALI is currently 0.01323, or excuse me, 0.01328 cents. The overall theme and behavior, we're bound by a range here, guys. So we're going to see a lot like the upper end of a range and the bottom end of a range. We're bound by a range in the month of February. And it's crossed with the type of energy where we rally into the high, and then there's consecutively lower spikes up on the way down, falling from that high. Behavior around the highest high, we have a U-shaped dip with two peaks. And I see two ways that could play out. And then behavior around the lowest low, we have a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter, creating like an A shape. It's a full retracement. So when you see that in the low correlator position, that really indicates that you're going to see the low twice, at least twice. And what I see here is a lowest low and a lowest low with a highest high in between. That highest high in between it happens twice. Right, there's like a little bit of a dip in between, and then also we've got this highest high here, lowest low, and then we come back and have a highest high here. So we could see a U-shaped dip kind of going on there, and we could see a U-shaped dip kind of going on here. With that said, let's get into it. So on the first, we have a trade opportunity. I'll get into that in the paid version at the end of this video. There's a notable decline from a notable decline through multiple support levels. Looks like off of the low on the first, however, there's a move higher, successfully turning resistance into new support. I think probably we declined from the first into the second, and then there's a successful move higher out of that. But we see a lowest low on the second, and then we also create a new local high. It's not a highest high, but it'll be a prominent peak. So there's quite a bit of volatility, or price swinging, I should say. But that crest is made, and then we sell down to and through a support level, do a U-shaped reversal below the support level, come back and reuse it as support there on the second. On the third, we establish support about midday on a 1 month scale. We take a notable move to the upside, standing out on a 1 month scale, and then we successfully create new support at a higher level there towards the end of the day, or maybe like on the cusp of the fourth. There's a notable decline on the fourth, increasing in momentum as we move forward in time. However, the following day, there's a rally it may even start on the 4th, but there's a rally into a highest high there on the 5th. That price level, we see the end of a rally there, so there's a bit of a decline between the 5th and the 6th. On the 6th, there's a rally we probably open lower there, and then there's a rally increasing with momentum moving forward in time. A notable move higher will stand out there on a 1 month chart. And it takes us to a prominent crest or peak. So it won't be a highest high. We've met the highest high, but it'll be like there'll be a dip and then another prominent crest there. On the 7th, bumping along resistance the majority of the time. Should be a prominent move to the upside, standing out there as well. Probably starting off from a lower price. And then we have a highest high the following day again on the 8th, with a notable reversal standing out on a 1 day chart. There should be a decline between the end of the 7th and the beginning of the 8th. And out of that decline, there should be a move from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range, into that highest high. On the 9th, another notable move higher on the scale of a 1 month chart. So we obviously open up at a lower price level than we were on the 8th. On the 10th, at the beginning of the day, off of a crest, there's a notable decline taking us to a prominent low. Towards the end of the day, a prominent low standing out on a 1 month scale. Not a lowest low, but a prominent low. The following day, on the 11th, a notable decline. The following day, the 12th, we have a lowest low, and then there's also a prominent crest or peak that'll form there towards the end of the day. So we likely decline on the 11th into the lowest low on the 12th, and then on the 12th there's a move up through resistance, creating a new prominent crest or peak towards the end of the day when we temporarily poke through that key resistance level. And then we come back down notably after just staying above that resistance momentarily. And it looks like there's a pretty notable move to the downside at the end of the day there, or overnight. On the 13th, notable move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher, and there's a crest midday. On the 14th, fast sudden move higher. This is where one of the best trades that I see for the month stands out. Again, I'll get into that when we get into the paid version portion at the end of this video. And guys, if you're interested in getting the paid version, you're just watching the public version. The paid version, if you pay for the paid version, you get it sooner than the public version comes out, and then it has all of the trades that we see. You can do that by going to our website, tarotfortraders.com, and signing up under the services. Eso-Meta forecasts. Click here for your forecasts, right? And so then you type in whatever ticker or crypto, specify if it's a stock or a crypto or what have you, and then $29 a month, guys. You can cancel anytime. But really, the information is more valuable than $29 by a landslide. The price of all our subscriptions is going up permanently. Come the 19th, probably to $50 a month. That's still way undervalued, but if you want to grandfather in the $29 a month, highly advise that you get in on that before February 19th when we change it. Okay, so fast sudden move higher, standing out on a 1 month chart. On the 15th, a notable decline in the midst of bearish price swings. On the 16th, we have a decline from a support level down to another support level. We rotate sideways along that support, and that's on the support on the scale of a 1 month chart. The following day, however, there's a bit of a rally between the 16th and into the 17th, because we have a overbought crest or peak that forms there, and we sell down from that overbought crest or peak. The 18th, we're rallying out of that selling off. We're rallying along the diagonal trend line. But that rally ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through the diagonal trend line. It looks like the breakdown of that rally, either it happens at the end of the 18th, it probably happens at the end of the 18th, and then again on the 19th we have a rally yet higher, and that takes us to a highest high. It's a trade opportunity. Again, there'll be a prominent move higher there, standing out on a 1 month chart on the 19th. And then by the end of the day, we should be at a prominent low. It won't be a lowest low, but a prominent low, along a key support level there at the beginning of the day, at least on the at least at the end of the day. Excuse me, at the beginning of the day on the 20th. On the 21st, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance that's already been established resistance, followed by a decline through key support that stands out on a 1 month chart, brings us to a prominent low on the 22nd. There's both a prominent low and a prominent high on the 22nd. In the midst of some price swings, there's a sideways S formation within a channel. So decline and incline and a decline, and they go from resistance to support, back to resistance, back to support, creating a sideways S. And in the midst of that, we'll see a prominent high and a prominent low form. On the 23rd, out of a decline, likely we see that prominent low, like at the end, at least probably twice, but at the end of the day there, on the 22nd or early on the 23rd, in the midst of a decline, that decline ends with a fast sudden move higher. And then on the 24th, we see multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. There's a day trade there. There's also some sort of speech that's going to come out, I should say, at the end of the day on the 23rd. Somebody, a male leader that's a water sign, will be speaking about something, and it can be trusted. Whatever that information is that comes out, that'll be trustworthy information. On the 25th, there's a notable move higher, a breakout standing out there. With a big move towards the beginning of the day, and likely we gap down the following day because there's another move to the upside to reach for distant resistance there on the 26th. On the 27th is the lowest low for... Does ALI's lowest price level of February 2023 take place on February 27, 2023? Yes. So that's where it is. It's here. I'm gonna put it like this. It's probably on the cusp, but there's another little fake out, shakeout of some sort there, and then on the 28th, we have sideways fluctuations out of a lowest low, creating a new prominent crest or peak. It will stand out, and those sideways fluctuations proceed a decline. So we'll probably see a decline relatively soon into March. March's sneak previews 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming the bullish trend. Guys, that's ALI for February 2023. Stay tuned. We're going to get into the Q&A portion. We're going to extrapolate extra price information here. And identify exactly where these highs and lows are. I already did that and recorded it, but you'll see it after the initial interpretation, which we've just completed. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to like. Most importantly, make sure you follow that rule of karma, my friends. Super, super important if you plan to profit from this information. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next one. This is the Q&A portion for price level information, and for those of you that are interested, the February reading for ALI was created yesterday at 10:48 p.m. That's January 8th at 10:48 p.m. That's this file right here. Does ALI's lowest price level of February 2023 take place on more than one day of February 2023? Yes. Does ALI's lowest price level of February 2023 take place on more than 2 days of February 2023? Yes. Does ALI's lowest price level of February 2023 take place on more than 3 days of February 2023? That was like a maybe. Interesting for that question. Let's do it again. Does ALI's lowest price level take place of February 2023 take place on 3 separate days and only 3 separate days of February 2023? No. I mean, we're in a bound by a range there. Does ALI's lowest price level of February 2023 take place on 4 days of February 2023? Brought up the devil card here, which is a no, but also it's kind of like right here by a low correlation. Does ALI's lowest price level of February 2023 take place on February 23rd, 27th or February 28th? Yes. So right around there, the 27th or the 28th. This is a really tricky reading as far as finding the highest highs and lowest lows. There's a lot of overlapping energies, and the highs and the lows are obviously within close time proximity to each other. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on more than 1 day of February 2023? Yes, and it was like an art card. Interesting. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on more than 2 days of February 2023? I got an Ace of Discs there. Interesting. Ace of Discs at the high, Ace of Discs at the high. Like there's a high here, Ace of Discs. Interesting. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on more than 2 days of February 2023? Yes. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on more than 3 days of February 2023? No. Alright, so then we've got 3 of those. That's the shuffle right there, guys. So my sense is that we have a highest price level here. We've got the strife leading into like the upper end of a range, and you could see that there's like the upper end of a range here between like the 6th and the 10th. And also the high is kind of like a U-shaped dip, and you could see we have it's almost like there's a little bit of a U-shaped dip right here. So we have like the high here between the 6th and the 7th, and then again between the 8th and the 9th. That's 2 times. We need one more time. It's probably that Ace of Wands. That would also be like a larger type of U-shaped dip formation. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on February 6th of 2023? No. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on February 7th, 2023? So maybe. So I'm going to go with that being a yes. No, I gotta know. Interesting. Okay. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on February 5th, 2023? I got a yes there. And for those of you that don't know the color code, guys, you can check out the book Tarot for Traders. Find it on Amazon. Find it on our website, tarotfortraders.com. It's for Kindle. It basically explains the whole system of Eso-Meta and how to utilize these, like the system for yourself, like get a deck of cards and do it yourself. Basically, we also sell the deck of cards online as well. You can get a discount when you buy them together. Book's also on sale. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on February 8th, 2023? Yes. Okay, so that's another one. Does ALI's highest price level of February 2023 take place on February 19th, 2023? Yes. All right, there you have it. Guys, check out you know, the Rule of Karma video. If you don't know the Rule of Karma video, it's super important if you plan to profit from this information that you follow the Rule of Karma video. It's an innate part of the site of the system of Eso-Meta analysis. You have to complete the circle of abundance, like keep the flow going by completing the full circuit rather than shutting it off. And the way that you do that is by following the Rule of Karma. So check out that video if you haven't done so, guys. And you can send that Rule of Karma to our website here under the Resources tab. Best way to do it is through PayPal or Cash App. And much appreciated. I'm seeing more and more people making money from this information, and I know that because they're sending me their 5%. So we're going to do a shout out to everybody at the end of the month that's been following through on it, because I think it's really awesome to see that there's people out there that will follow through and do the right thing, and that you can bank on doing the right thing and paying it forward into the world. And if you do a good enough job, it comes back to you. And that's just a beautiful thing, my friends. So thank you for that. Stay tuned for the paid version. If you're watching the paid version, we're going to get into the best trades that we see now.